Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New California. The last time you recall, we got assigned the task of trying to fix up Maria, the AI computer that has been in a state of disrepair for some while thanks to a idiot overseer. I'm sure that you're as stunned as I am that any overseer would be appointed to the role despite being hopelessly unqualified in the Fallout universe. But anyway, we've gotten 2 of the 4 tiers of repairs done. We've just been instructed we have to go into the cistern. But before we do that, I thought we might talk to Kyra a little bit. I will take myself out of stealth mode, though, as much as I'm sure some of you did love the sneaky look at her butt.
Hey, need some help?
Yeah, do you think you could give me a hand finding these cables? I'm lost.
Yeah, they're outside in the cistern. If you haven't seen it before, it's really cool. I'm kinda not allowed to go out there, though.
Why aren't you allowed to go in there?
Because I'm a girl. And I'm attractive. The vault is also full of disobedient boys. The old people decided that girls just can't go out there. Not that the boys can't get into trouble with each other from time to time. But that's beside the point.
Sorry about that. Being a boy does have advantages.
Yeah, I know. And it's not just that you can piss up right. Come on, let's go.
And honestly, it is pretty easy to figure out where you need to go, even ignoring the map. There are these handy-dandy Vault 18 maps at most of the major entrances.
Have fun in there. Hey, need some help? Oh.
Be right
Alright.
back. And, yep. There's in fact a rad roach just down the hall from us. I don't fancy our chances at hand-to-hand fighting, but luckily we do have a weapon of sorts at hand when we come in here. Okay, a spanner isn't much of a weapon, but then again, I'm not much of a fighter. Huzzah! 2 experience points. So there's the good news. We got to the controls. The bad news is we do not have the science skill to hack this thing yet. But we do have one other thing we can do while we're down here, which unfortunately is not going to get us the XP we need. Yeah, you'll note that there are a bunch of mushrooms down here. There's also a back door into the hydroponics lab, which we do not have the key to. there's an inaccessible door that is in fact inaccessible, even if it didn't have a box in front of it. But there are a few more rad roaches crawling around down here. There's also broken robots, which should probably worry me a bit. After all that, there is also an entrance to the upper apartments, which we also need a key to access. Oh, and another broken droid. Okay, so that did get us a little bit of XP. We can try and raise our science skill next time we level up. Oh, and when is that going to be exactly? 550, and we're at 238. And I'll note that science is one of our best skills. Yeah, they were not kidding when they said we'd want to level, increase our science skills first. And yet there has to be some way to be able to boost our skills. Even if only temporarily. But at least we know where to go once we are ready. So this begs the question, is there anything...
Went all right, I take it? Good.
Yeah, it didn't, but thanks for your concern. We can check out the common rooms, though. Grab some water, some buff out, and a vault ball. And if we're so inclined, we can also go into the laundry room and grab all the detergent. And if we give it a moment... Yep. There's several vault uniforms we can grab. In fact, if we go through every single washing machine and dryer, we can find a plethora of sporty pre-war relaxation wear. We're not going to do that just yet, though. And I will freely admit, I completely forgot how to lower my weapon. Oh, it's Q, isn't it? Wait, no, that's movement. Oh yeah, it's R. Okay, we will have that wrench once we are good and ready for it. Okay, so what else can we do besides loot the laundry room? Well, I did not bother looking at the monitors when I first came in here. Looks like we got some people to talk to.
You look like you're keeping busy. Keep up the good work. I really hope I don't get assigned to maintenance. Do you think there's any life left outside the vault? I keep having dreams about green forests and snowy mountains. Fuck off, dork.
Man, tonight is gonna be awesome.
Okay, well, anyway, we got more monitors running, so let's go ahead and get these activated. Because I'm sure that we wouldn't have these records here unless we needed them for some important plot point. Let's see, my God, it actually happened. We all thought it was a drill, but we went anyway, and now here we are. I ordered the vault door to stay open for 5 minutes longer than was defined in my directives. I still had MPs trapped outside. I saved them all and a few more than was called for. Now these two angry-looking vault tech reps are starting to edge in closer. I have a feeling that they already have a plan for how to dispose of my body, and I'm pretty much powerless to do anything about it. Well, this isn't how I saw my evening going. If he died at this point, he wouldn't have said "Ugh." He wouldn't have typed "Ugh," he would have just said it. Okay, Chief Guard Dixon. Reporting that all MP personnel have taken control of Vault 18 after 48 hours of unrest and civil dispute. Vault-Tech personnel in the Overseer's office were arrested and sent to the holding in jail. Overseer Nut was found dead in his office in the hours following the door being sealed by these agents who had forced a Sonnet capsule down his throat. For the rest of these Vault-Tech agents, I hereby order that they be kept under house arrest until further notice. One of them I caught attempting to initiate the Vault self-destruct sequence when we broke through the door, and I personally shot him through the eye. We'll sort the details out later. It has become apparent to me that several MP guards that the Vault Tech program was never meant to save anybody. Outlining the directives were viral experiments on unwilling test subjects, sexual exploitation of minors, and small animals, and what can only be described as psychological torture of innocent civilians. Through the efforts of several computer experts and military servicemen, we gained control to the master computer and set it to defaults. Hundreds of live video feeds from other vaults were discovered, as well as active connections to the Vault server network. I sent Fervor Army engineers to cut the cables to the federated vaults not marked as control. Leaving them open would be a toxic influence and lead to disaster one day. The vaults were never meant to say anybody. Stored in Overseer Dovnik's desk were directives from Vault Tech. All residents of Vault 18 were to be subjected to round-the-clock live video feeds from around the country. All those other vaults, all those other people. Vault 18 was an experiment. I can hardly wrap my mind around it. The world is over and we were lab rats. How could they do this? We shut off the computers before anyone could see it. The horrors these people were being subjected to. This information doesn't leave this terminal. It is recorded for future overseers only. We hold elections next Friday night. Nobody needs to know what happened here. To my surprise, the Vault residents elected me overseer, even knowing I very well may have put Dovnik in his grave. When we overthrew the Vault Tech system, it was by the might of our MPs and our ex-Army personnel. We were praised as heroes and worshipped by the population we are clearly outnumbered by. As we all swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, we immediately reinstated a democratic electoral college. As military men, we are already very proud of our service, and the American people were basically programmed to praise us at face value. Unfortunately, what they don't understand is that most of us are very simple men of service age and completely unfit to hold any form of office, but because we were overpraised and treated with special permissions, we started to believe we had special rights and privileges not afforded to us in a civilian standing. Translation: Starship Troopers happened. It's good to treat military men with respect and gratitude. It's entirely never to make them feel like they are the sole proprietors of that gratitude and respect. We got complacent, arrogant, and a self-entitled military is quite possibly the most destructive force of democracy on Earth. Apart from a state religion, but that's a debate for another time. Thus, the nuclear hell our world turned into, and my situation here, trying to keep the MPs from taking advantage of the population. I went into this thinking that my job as overseer is to keep water in the pipes, keep it clean, and make sure the lights stay on. It turns out that largely happens by itself, as long as the engineers have what they need. And that last part is key, because engineers have opinions, but they're smart enough not to open their mouths until they have proof positive they're right. The only downside is that when they do open their mouths, it's in an arrogant and often socially challenged way that pits everyone against them. Don't make my mistake. Engineers make poor lawyers. Whoever inherits this office after me, just make sure you don't let anyone control this self-destruct button who is in an easy pinch. They get these codes, we're done for. Okay, Terminal 2. Let's see, Mr. Tubbs, Vault 10 log. Hey, have you guys been out our way in the past few weeks? Crazy shit's going on all over this place. The NCR has been at war with these freaks in power armor. We haven't been able to send any new Nuka-Cola, so we're running on reserves. If you guys find any, we're getting real fin up in this bitch. Let us know what you can find. And hey, thanks for keeping us in the loop. I know we're not out of control and all, but it's nice to just chat with you guys sometimes. You know, it takes the edge off. Mr. Tubbs. They call him Mr. Pibb. Let's see. Here's Vault. Hey guys, we traded a package of heating units for this weird reverse pulse cleaner. None of us have any idea what to do with it now that we've got it, so we're putting it in the locker until we figure it out. If you guys have any info, we'd appreciate it. That's Vault 3. Vault 76. Oh wow, we had no idea this old thing even worked. It's been shut down for decades. Hello from the Appalachians, or what's left of it. Man, it's great to know that there's a group of survivors on the West Coast. Looking forward to hearing back from you all. And finally, Vault 8. The NCR has again petitioned us to join them, even after we rejected their last offer. They seem to be turning hostile. Please be advised that we may be entering a combat situation in the near future, with the gangs of New Reno increasing pressure and the NCR pushing our way. We may not be able to maintain peaceful relations much longer. Vault City may fall, but we wish that the following day's stream be stored in your archives. The Enclave, the NCR, the Brotherhood. No one must have it, not even you. We have encrypted the transmission. Please prepare 5 megabytes of space on your most secure system. If you're inconvenienced of its importance, know this is related to one of your own citizens. No one can be trusted. One day in many years it may be revealed, but today let the knowledge rest only in its memory. Project Brazil is not safe. They come for our hero to spell our doom. Radroach 2242. Alright, let's look at Terminal 3. Vault 10, Vault 3, Vault 8, Vault 76, 81, 82, and more. Okay, 10. Unmade greeting. Thank you for choosing refreshing Nuka-Cola Brain Cola. Together with our friends at Vault-Tec, we've joined forces to maintain our humanity through the cool and exciting flavors of Nuka Brain Colas. We'll write it out. Nuclear devastation, happiness, enjoy your stay. Vault 3. Anyone out there? We have a water leak in the lower levels, water chip failing. Need to open vault to scavenge parts in the Vegas area. We met some human server terminated. A lot of Easter eggs here if you played the earlier Fallout games and can remember what vault is which. Anyway, Vault 8 in Western Nevada here. We've opened the vault and to survive. We have medicine and doctors, not much else. Vault is becoming unlivable as systems break down. Vault City is doing well outside, growing. We've encountered several tribes, a number of vault dwellers living on the surface. Our GEC is being used to restore the land. We haven't heard from anybody and assume we are the most technologically advanced civilization in the waste. If you can respond by text, please do. We'd love to hear from you. Note from Rossman, do not reply to this message. Ain't no advanced civilization left out there called Vault City. What wasn't blown up in the Brotherhood of Steel NCR war has been taken over by an NCR intelligence unit. They're looking for us. And 76, terminated. 81, terminated. Arg, arg. Error, terminated, and more. There's 88. No one will ever find us. Door to vault was not completed, but we made it work. We have lots and lots of resources. Someone, if you read this, we need help. Vault 19. Yellow dust everywhere. Toxic sulfur leaking in. With the water seeps making sulfuric acid. Eating holes in the vault. If you read this, we're leaving this hellhole. 119. Server terminated. 16. Server terminated. 43. Anyone help? There is a panther in here. Terminated. Okay, 65. Terminated. 52. Terminated. 118. Terminated. 120. Terminated. 77. Ha 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 ha. They left me alone with puppets. Ha 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 ha. 122 terminated, and 44. Help, 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 help.
Hey kid, how's Maria treating you? Hope she ain't too much of a girl for you.
Okay, now we got Vault History Part 4. Overseer Christensen. My father always told me that adversity reveals character. Coach Bragg said something to me along those lines before last week's tryouts for our new vault ball team. The man is a miracle, gruff, impossible to take a read on. I can never tell if he's angry or just determined, but he's saving our children from themselves. When we adopted these children, they were mostly infants and toddlers. We had no sense of our parental direction, and we were all in our late 50s, so set in our ways we had no frame of reference on how to discipline or encourage children. As teenagers, one only has to examine the walls of the upper apartments to see that rebellion has in their hearts, a rebellion we've been unfit to quell. I'm cautiously optimistic about this vault's future, but the startling reality is that if our enemies find themselves more organized in the coming months, we are ill-equipped to handle them. We are not a young vault anymore. The median age for life expectancy is 102.9 years. I myself am 75. During the Exodus 60 years, most of those that left were youthful, 18 to 45. They're gone now. Our teenagers here are all of us left to stand between us and the world. I gave Coach Bragg these troubled souls to train them, to educate them. He gave them an outlet we could not. Sports, team-building exercises, discipline. He moves them with almost military precision. It's incredible. In just a few short years, he's changed them so much. I'm truly grateful to him. I have a list from Coach Bragg on my desk. He calls it the master list. It has the name of all 300 citizens on it, organized in 3-lettered brackets. He and Chevy agree that this is the order our citizens should follow for duty in case of an attack by outside forces. Those at the top, the A list on his vault, are on his vault ball team, the Patriots. The B list has mostly young women on it, and only a handful of boys form the opposing barbarians. C has just a few, the Hale children, and Dr. Roseman. Ben Kurtz is nerd with a star, along with Sean, Mandy, and Jason. Then there's the D list. I'm listed at the top, followed by everybody over 50, nearly 250 souls. It's a staggering reminder of just how aged we are, just how frail our existence is. I've signed off on the letter. Hopefully, should the Survivalist Raiders, the Brotherhood, or NCR Prospectors ever find our vault, Bragg can defend us against them. I'm left to see this tribal children we raised follow this man to war, but it is the only way. He knows them better than I ever will. Chief Evanston sent Dr. Rossman, Yeti Hale, Dr. Bishop, and Sergeant Norman out into the wasteland last week, as noted in my logs. It was sobering seeing them there in their vault gear room, dressed in their archaic rags and armed to the teeth. It's like watching old heroes ride off into the sunset in a cloud of swirling dust. The wasteland scouts, living legends. They seem so tangible here at home, but seeing them go off on another adventure is inspiring. They have never been the same since Dr. Kyoto died so many years ago. We never did get a full explanation of what happened, just that she died of a virulent virus given to her by a prospector. It's hard to believe that the NCR betrayed the Scouts. After all, they did to fight the Raiders, to help defeat the Brotherhood of Steel in the war. After fighting the Enclave gang bosses, there are even rumors that the Wasteland Scouts saved the world on numerous occasions. But this is the reality. Coach Bragg warns us that the Raiders or NCR may strike us at any moment. He believes that they know where we are. This is what the final secret mission is about, to finally determine just how far the Raiders have spread, how close the NCR is to finding us. The report's been locked behind the Tier 3 firewall. Rossman says that if his brightest students can crack into it, they may just be a worthy Wasteland Scout candidate. But for the others, well, we've just hidden away this secret mission. No one knows they've gone, and no one so far has noticed. And then a week later, the work on the Terranium is nearly complete, and most of the advanced administrative and executive controls have been shipped there. I've had the men move the old spare master computer monitors from storage to the garden cave, and begin planting succulents. It is a lovely place for meditation. After this is finished, we will never again need to rely upon the stale crumbs of our hydroponics lab. I love it there, and so does Jason. He has been helping us build the garden rock by rock. I'm proud of my son. No matter how rebellious he may be, he hasn't been sleeping at home with his mother and I fear his tribal origins may be weighing on his mind again. He chooses his brother and sister over us, along with the older star child. We installed the last of the vault controls today, and as the hard locking mechanism for the self-destruct was slipped into place and activated, I felt a pang of fear. Not the realization that it existed, but that I realized that I wasn't afraid of it. I'd rather destroy this vault than let it fall to our enemies, and that is a feeling I'm not sure how to accept. Okay, that's all the Tier 1 terminals. I still do not have the Pong updated.
Welcome back. I hope you are enjoying your stay with Vault-Tec.
Man, I hope this election turns out the way I hope. Over Officer Christensen.
Okay, here's Tier 5, or Tier 1, Terminal 5. Kira's Terminal, keep out unless you're helping. Report on Wasteland Factions. I've taken all the notes I've been able to find on these old Tier 1 terminals about where my real parents might be. The scouting reports don't really have any clue what happened, as they're dense as college textbooks. I've learned about these candidates. 1. Super mutants, slow, angry, and big. Some people say they ate humans. Yeah, they say that. 2. Raiders. Used to be all kinds of them. Khans, jackals, vipers, but they were all beaten by the NCR and ran away. 3. The Enclave. They were really bad guys that were beaten up by the NCR. I don't know if they still exist. 4. The Brotherhood of Steel. Maybe. They're technophiles that live in bunkers. 5. Caravans. These guys mostly just roam around selling stuff. They're okay. 6. The gangs of Reno. They take slaves and all kinds of bad stuff. 7. The Slavers Guild. The NCR broke them up. They retreated to Athens with the others. 8. The She. They're all bankers and tech geniuses from San Francisco. I'll keep looking unless they make me go home. I never want to go back there. War in the Valley by Kira. I found a bunch of notes on the Tier 1 terminal about a fight in the Cajun Pass, or Cajon Pass. It seems like the Wasteland Scouts have been fighting these survivalists since the beginning, but after the NCR began expanding, they fought back. Now the survivalists take anybody willing to resist the NCR and hold the line at their base in Athens. It's not too far from here, that's why we never go outside. They said the survivalists take slaves, maybe they took my parents. And Dear Inn. Dr. Rossman won't help me. He says I should learn to hack these old systems on my own. I'm only 10. I barely know how to type. My fake mom and dad won't let me stay here. He hits me when he drinks. I have to find a way out of here. I want my real parents back. And restarting the search. I haven't looked at these notes since I was 10. Now they banned me from being in here. I'm 19 now, and I won't take I don't know for an answer. I want out of this vault more than ever. I have to get out before they turn me into another one of their Cinderella bimbo baby makers. That stupid bitch Jen Hale caught me in the cistern repairing the exterior connections. I don't know how she did it. Drama queen. Because of her, I had to tell the overseer what my dad does to me in front of everyone. I'll kill her one day if I get the chance, I swear. But for now, I've learned everything. I've read every programming book, I've read every magazine, every report I could unlock. I know the survivalists have my parents, I just need the last bit of proof. Then I need someone to unlock the main vault door. I'll go for it the first chance I get. Well.
Not much of a choice if you ask me.
Yeah, I'd say not. Before I risk messing this up.
Hey, need some help?
I was looking over your notes on the Exodites. Impressive study.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to talk about. It's where our parents came from. Our real parents. None of the vault dwellers want to talk about it, and Dr. Rossman always shrugs it off. He says it makes him depressed.
And I actually ended up with my parents, my brother, sister, and I live alone. I think you were right about the disappearance being caused by the slavers.
You do? Well, since you're unlocking these terminals, maybe you could try looking around for me? Maybe there's new data I missed.
Nah, I hate text quests. That's just a total cop-out. Why don't they have voice records? Then I'm gonna go, yeah, I'll get right on. I'll go try the terminal hunt. I love reading.
Oh, great. You'll probably find it on one of the Tier 2 terminals. Just let me know if you can figure it out, and report back anything you find.
Okay, and I now have a quest. I'd wrestle a bear for you. And now have a quest to access the Tier 2 terminal report. Well, this seems a much better means of trying to get the XP to be able to hack those computers for Tier 3. And it's going to help my new friend, and possibly more, so yeah. But we're coming up on the half-hour mark fast, so I think we'll go ahead and stop here. And next time, we'll start reading the Tier 2 terminals.
Hey, have you seen my program?
I know you're as excited as I am.
You didn't read it, but it would explain why it disappeared.
That was random, but yes, anyway, next time. We do a bit more reading and a bit more research before we go do some more exciting things, I hope. But thank you all for watching and bearing with me. Please like and subscribe if you've not already. Leave a comment if you're so inclined. And we will continue the dystopian reading next time.
Good to see you're not.
Take care until then.